Greetings and welcome back, guys. I am Sir Argument, and we are back again playing the Woodland Realm and Thranduil's Realm and the Realm of Mirkwood, or the Silvan Elves, or the Wood Elves, whatever you want to call them. There's 1,000 names for these people, or maybe just 5, like I said. Anyway, last time we left off, we had noticed that Dale, led by Captain Harrion, was in marching stance to reach Barracks, and a couple of you guys commented, including Adam Fakete and Austin Krolock. I don't know if I even pronounced your guys' last names right, but you guys did say I should go for it. It really conflicts me, honestly, because it feels like it's cheating, but it is just one move to besiege them. And I mean, I'm gonna go for it mostly because now hear me out on this. If you don't like this, hear me out. If we let Dale take this, then Dale's going to come down here and fight Dogoldur also. But if we take this, pretty much we're going to focus on them. Dale can go out to the east and help fight Rune with Dorwinion, and probably backdoor Mordor and Khand. Well, then we can focus on Dogoldur and ideally Gundabad, while Dale focuses on the east. I don't want... I need more territory, which is for sure. I need to get more money. And, so we're just going to do it. We're moving that one space. And this is a beta anyway. I mean, if you guys don't like it, I will never do it again. If you guys don't like it, just let me know down below. Let's see, will that work? Character reset, yeah. So we're just moving one square and besieging the settlement. Now, this army is coming up to the north, led by Captain Gloknok, who has those Mirkwood hunters and Dogoldur host. But we will train some forces to deal with them. We do have some scouts coming on the way. We can actually build something here. I'd like to get that Builder's Guild House, but we're short just a couple hundred gold. So maybe we can get him with this diplomat. I don't know if we can actually sell any map information to Karis Galadon. Oh, actually, here's a new feature of version 5, is that this is actually now a fort here. Although I don't know if that CSM is right. That looks like a Northman one. I think that's supposed to be like an elven fort, but it is clearly not. It's supposed to kind of look like Karen Amaroth, but that's not the case currently. We'll see if we can get like 100 gold or something just to kind of tip us over. No, they don't want it, because we did just do this. So we'll send him down there. If we can find something to fight, we can get money, but I don't think there's anything to fight. So we make about 1,500... So we can grab that Builder's Hall next turn. We may be able to actually train some units, like some Woodland Wardens. I think we get those. We'll still make enough money, and we'll be in a good enough position. Let's have our spy check around to the south. If we wanted to expand even further to the east, here we are. We could take Rawburg, which is the province of Leofric's Bowing. I believe they renamed it that because of the Nazgul name Leofric the Bowed or whatever. This is supposed to be his kingdom and his ancient, town or whatever. So we could go for that. I do kind of like this little area with the lake. It's kind of neat. Kind of spices up Rivenian. But we would be pushing really far to the east, and we would be bordering Dorwinion, and there's not much we can do with that. But let's not bramble on too long. Let's go ahead and end this turn. We do have these horse archers that we have in Emmenofuen. We can join those up with Legolas or send them up to Torfillan, wherever we need to go to defend. I am a little bit worried about Gundabad. If they attack us, I don't know if we can really adequately defend. I might need to, depending on where they move right now, I may need to allocate more forces to the west. Hopefully they just focus everything on Erebor and that rebel settlement to the north of us. But if they do go for us, we are very vulnerable to an attack. Looks like they are just going to go for Witherboard, because that is like a full half-stack army. There's no way we could fight that. But hopefully they just take out Witherboard, damage themselves, and start building that up for us to take later. Emmenofuen has its barracks, so now we have some free upkeep here, which saves us some more money. That's kind of the biggest thing, is the free upkeep. And actually, Captain Gluknok is actually trying to save Barracks. But maybe Captain Harrion will deal with them. We will see. Do we have enough forces to actually attack this settlement? I think we do. It is just a town. Yeah, let's just go in. We're 305 to their 315. I feel very confident with this. Worst comes to it, we can always get some Avari mercenaries and leave them in that fort for free upkeep, and then they can come defend this town if they need to. We do need to get units in our fort to the northwest also. I just fear that Gundabad will just attack that fort with a big army if we, put units up there. Anyway, Thranduil, you need to make good use of your bows this battle, as do the Woodland Scouts with you. The surviving Woodland Scouts, since we lost so many of them. I really like the way these guys look. They're very, light armored. They look like what Scouts should look like. Although they should probably get some helmets on. Maybe we need to get these guys some armor upgrades. Anyway, let's just start the battle. We can march these guys, the Woodland Spearmen, up now. I really like the way these battering rams look, though. They're just so unique. Like, it looks like an elven battering ram, I guess. Whatever this design is supposed to be. Maybe it's an arrow. Like, because these could be the feathers, and then this is the shaft. But, I don't know, honestly, guys. Anyway, we're going to shoot these wargs, definitely. They need to die. Even though we have spears, wargs are very deadly. And they'll die quickly to Thranduil, and it's just amazing accuracy. I love the voice effects. Like, the fact that they gave wargs, like, howling voices, I think that's still pretty neat. I don't even know how they did that in Medieval 2, but, it happens. They did it somehow. I bet these wargs could probably take a Woodland Spearman. Like, I could bet each warg rider could take one Spearman before they go down. Just because wargs are very good on the offense. I mean, 9 attack is really good. 5 charge, 11. The defense is something to be desired. But, like, this is, like, your basic warg unit, too, for the orcs. Like, there might actually be too many warg units. Like, there's these wargs. Like, there's the Dol Guldur warg marauders. Isengard gets wargs. Angmar gets wargs, the Misty Mountain get wargs, and they're all like slightly different in name, so they're all individual units, but they might as well just be the same unit. Like, you could just have warg riders, given to all the factions, and you could cut down the warg marauders, you could cut down the Isengard wargs and the Misty Mountain wargs. You just get one unit for all 3 of those factions, and then Gundabad also, because they get skirmisher wargs, I guess, so they don't really get melee wargs, except for the Mount Graham units. I don't know. It's just something I just realized. Like, it used to be a thing with the trolls. There used to be, like, 6 types of trolls. So you had Olaghai, you had mountain trolls, you had cave trolls, you had Dol Guldur trolls, and you had Isengard trolls. And then you had snow trolls. So you had 6 different trolls, but they all did the same thing. Now we have 3. We have trolls, snow trolls, and Olaghai. And they're all basically the same unit. Like, put everything together. The snow trolls are very powerful, the Olaghai are the best, and the regular trolls are pretty... I mean, they're trolls, so they're still really good, but they're the weakest of the 3 troll types. But also the most common, because you can get them in a lot of places. Like, Dol Guldur gets trolls at Dol Guldur itself, as does Isengard, I believe. Actually, I'm not sure if Isengard still does. I think I recall them kind of getting a change at some point, where they no longer get trolls. I could be wrong about that. Like, maybe they need to go to the Misty Mountains to get them. I think that's what they need to do. Anyway, these towers are doing some damage to us. We're going to pull Thranduil, son of Orifur, to go kill these orc maulers from range. These wargs are all dead. Like, they're not a threat anymore. Let's get the Woodland Realm archers to stop shooting. And maybe have them go over here. Maybe, just maybe they can shoot at those bodyguard. I kind of doubt it, but it's worth a shot. And here come the spearmen, just kind of walking through the gates, charging these wargs, stabbing them in the face. This man should be dead. Oh my, yep, he is dead. Yep, and so is the other one. So we're going to try to come around this way and avoid those towers. While Thranduil shoots at these guys, and hopefully the Woodland Scouts get in range. I want to avoid melee with the maulers. They just do a lot of damage. So let's pull spears around. Our scouts are fast, as are our spears. So as long as we can get away from the maulers and the towers, we'll be safe. At least safe enough until Thranduil can get in here and start kind of doing what he does best and, crump some gits. I'm sorry, that was orc speak from Warhammer. On the side, I've been playing, Warhammer Total War, playing as Wurzag. And I am doing very well. I am playing with so many mods right now, like the Wii Special mod. He gets like a Savage Rogue Idol, like his own unique Rogue Idol, and he gets a skill tree that lets him level it up. So it starts in the battle with like 10,000 health, but then it like respawns and it gets like 20,000 health and it becomes like 3 times as big. It's pretty cool. I've been having a lot of fun doing that. Anyway, let's get Thranduil in here to fight these orc maulers, or at least shoot them from close range. You need to get in there, Thranduil. We're not going to fight their bodyguard with our spears. And we're not going to fight these maulers with the spears yet either. It's just too risky. We'll use our arrows where we can. We need to save these guys because we need to leave one of them in the town, and then the other. Actually, we can just go over here. We can capture the gate, huh? Yeah, let's take that so we can just walk right in. But yeah, we need to save some of our forces. Uh-oh, Thranduil, pull out, get away from there. Oh, he's going to take some damage, isn't he? Yeah, he took a little bit. That's okay. Let's pull out a little farther. I think, yeah, they're going to kind of do that thing where they don't know if they should attack us or not. This is the power of Rangers and kind of the stupidity of the AI. They just don't know what to do. But they're going to try to fight us now. I mean, if they were to throw their axes the whole time, they would do quite a load of damage. And it actually might make them some of the best bodyguards, at least in the hand of the player. Like, considering how many axes do they get, actually? I want to check this. So they get 3 axes, so it's similar to Erebor axe throwers, with that 9 missile attack. High accuracy. They still don't have a unit description. But still, that makes them into a very good bodyguard, although they can't take arrow fire, because of course they lose their shields. So now it's just the general and some orc maulers that are left fighting. Our scouts are actually out of ammo. So we'll let Thranduil shoot at those guys, and we'll move our spearmen up now. We just need to kill as many of these guys, and then send Thranduil into melee. Pretty easy battle, nothing too threatening. Is he able to throw axe? No, he's not. He's just the general, so he can't actually throw any axes at us. Thankfully, every volley by Thranduil does kill a lot of these maulers. At least 10 per volley. I mean, 70 shots killing 10 is decent. Sometimes you get more, sometimes you get less. Just kind of depends. Like I've said this before, if one model gets hit multiple times, but they're already dying, they'll just block those arrows. Anyway, let's activate Swiftness. I don't know if that actually gives us any melee buffs, but we'll give it a shot. Then Thranduil can get into melee here. I want to get our elite troops in battle. I want to get away from these Woodland Spearmen and Militia. We just don't have the infrastructure yet. But it is only 8 turns. And once we finish that Builder's Guild House and get our meeting halls, we can go for our higher tier barracks and start pumping out those elite troops. We'll go for the blacksmiths last. I want to get the elite forces out, even though they're expensive. I think it'll be worth it. Alright, Thranduil, switch to your axes now. A little bit of axe on axe action. As they just start chopping these orcs into pieces. Although, look at these orc axes. Those things are just absolutely huge compared to these elven axes. Like, these elven axes are tiny. But these orc axes, like, I would not want to get hit by that. It looks like they just took a giant piece of sheet metal and just, like, you know, caulked it onto, like, a giant wooden stick. Like, even the shaft is bigger. You know, you don't hear that often. Orcs have bigger shafts than elves. Oh, that's a weird thought. But yeah, like, that axe is massive. That thing could easily cleave an elf in half. But they just don't have the skill and arms to really wield it effectively. Alright, let's push Thranduil in here. This battle is pretty much over. We'll put it on ×6. Let them kind of push into our forces. Where are our archers? They're in melee? I guess I sent them in melee too. The music seems a little loud to me. I hope it's not too loud to you guys right now. Alright, kill those guys. Where's their general? Is he just chilling back here? He is. Alright, we'll kill him. We'll get him one last little volley just to finish him off. And he is done. Alright, we only lost 25. That's how it should be with the elves. We shouldn't be taking too many losses unless it's a really dire battle. But we're not at that stage. Now, the only downside with this settlement is I'm going to presume that the culture is not very good, because it's not really an elven settlement. It's more of a Northman and orc settlement, but maybe it will have some elven culture. And if it does, that'll help us with public order. But we're probably going to have to leave a unit, maybe 2 units here. But really, we just need this land for income. Awesome. Let's see here. It's green, so we're just going to occupy it. They do have the Carpenter's Hut, which is nice. Brawler's Pit, we can't even use that, so we'll get some more money. And we will get that Builder's Guild House. Ah, man, Argomanian's a really good governor, actually. He's got 5 acumen. He is a competent ruler, neither hated nor loved, simply tolerated. But he is also giving us good population growth. So as long as that stays good and Thranduil's Halls makes us money, I'm happy. We're actually making a lot more now that we have this settlement. Yeah, it is only 6% Elven, which means we need the artist studio to start converting. I miss the days when Dirt Paths would give you culture, but that is no longer the case. So we have to go for the artist studio there. Maybe we can put Thranduil down. Oh, wow, we actually can't even leave him from this settlement. Okay. Low taxes. We moved him a little too far. I just want to put a watchtower up. Let's bring him back. It may or may not start rebelling, and if it does, it's going to hurt because it's going to kill some of our elves, and I don't want that to happen. But let's go ahead and get these elven horse archers down here. We need a new unit in Arendolan, but we don't have the money. Should we cancel this? Should we cancel the building in Bur Alge and get the horse archers in Arendolan? Maybe the better bet would be to actually hold off on the guild house, because that is 4,100, but it does reduce building times by half. We could go for the Hall of Music early, and then get like some elven archers here. You know what, screw no. We want that guild house. That's most important to us. We'll have more money next turn. Unless, actually, yeah, if we can get him down to Rohan. We've reached Fangorn. The ancient forest is inhabited and guarded by Ents, also referred to as shepherds of the forest. It is said the elves woke the trees, teaching them to talk, and it is even said that some trees within the forest can move. Though the forest is getting old and the trees are starting to fade away, there is still a very real malice hanging in the air here. We should be cautious. And that reminds me, we can get Ents if we take Isengard, and that will be a goal in our campaign, but we are not ready for that. We must build up our forces and our military before we do that. Should we actually send more units to the west? I think we're okay with just one for now. We'll keep an eye. Thankfully, we start with watchtowers somewhere up here. Where is it? Because we have this one. I guess this one's giving us vision. I need to get a general up here to put watchtowers at the borders. But we'll wait on that. These horse archers should move down, though. We'll send them to Aaron Runen. I'm not really worried if they get attacked, though. They are horse archers, so they can probably hold their own. And yeah, that will do it for turn 19. Let's go ahead and burn that turn. Some of you have been asking about when the next Ardenheim video for the hot seat will be coming out. Hopefully soon. We're currently on like turn 23. Once we get to turn 25, I can go ahead and edit and release that video for you guys. I know you guys have been, waiting for that. But rest assured, it will be coming. And beta tester news, the Anduin roster changes are now in effect, as in, well, actually, I mean the barracks. The new barracks and buildings are in effect. They get a new type of building that boosts their income and trade, and it's called like mountain watchtowers and like other mountain pass like guard posts and stuff like that. Ooh, this guy is actually decent. He's got management talent. He's a bureaucrat. He would be adopted under Legolas, but I think I want him. I do want him, actually. He's a good governor. Oh, wow, yep, that killed 39 of our elves by not having Thranduil there. Alright, Thranduil, come back. Come back. We need to fix some issues here. We might actually want to get those mercenaries. Let's go on, stand outside. What's their upkeep? Only 340, but they are an amazing unit compared to ours right now. 22 defense compared to whatever our scouts are. Yeah, our spearmen are like only 15. If we train them brand new, they're 330 for 9 and 15. So there is definitely some imbalance in the effectiveness of the Avari Spearman. That defense is actually ridiculous. I mean, I'm not complaining. I like the Avari Elves, and they're pretty rare. But if we combine those to like Woodland Wardens, okay, the Woodland Wardens have 13 defense, but they cost 380 upkeep. They get 7 melee attack, 8 missile attack. And then these guys just get 8 melee attack, so 1 more. 2 more missile attack. Or maybe that's 1 more too. But so much more armor and defense. For cheaper upkeep, like, it would be silly of us not to get them. So we're going to recruit those guys. That's actually a little ridiculous. Maybe the Woodland Maybe the Woodland Wardens should be turned down in upkeep compared to the Avari Spearman. Hold on, I'm going to type that out really quick so I don't forget, guys. Alright, I just kind of wrote about that just to kind of remind myself and tell the others, because that is kind of a discrepancy in campaign balance considering how much better these guys are than our own units. So we'll be using them. And actually we can probably get their advanced armor upgrades. We finished the Hall of Music in Torfillan, which means we get 2 upkeep slots now, I believe. 2? Yeah, 2. So let's create a second unit there. We probably want scouts since this is a defensive settlement, so let's grab those. And then we are pretty much out of money. However, we could get Woodland Scouts here in Arendolan. That way we can have Legolas move up. And then Caunardin, I kind of want him to defend Torfillan and be a governor there, since this place does make more money. So we're going to do that. We'll send him to Eminofu in this turn, boost the income, and then next turn he will go to Torfillan. And then next turn Legolas can come out and defend Arenruinen, because we'll have some Woodland Scouts up here. We should also expand to Enethaur, since that'll be our next settlement on that side of the world. And yeah, let's go to Rohan, get some trade with them. Get trade rights and map information. Let's try to swindle them out of 1100. This is a common tactic you can do. This guy's name is Penda. I've never seen that name before. What is that? Penda? I like it. It's unique. It's got style. It's got something that's not even Rohirric. Maybe he's an Ent in disguise. Or maybe a Huorn. Oh, my dog wants in. I'm going to go let him in as we end this turn. Come on, boy. Get in there. Come on. Come on. That's a good boy. That's a good boy. Don't claw on the doors, man. Right, come on, boy. Come on. Come on. Alright, for those of you guys who don't know, I don't think I've ever actually mentioned this before, I have a pug dachshund. His name is Tanner, and he is 4 years young. I may post a picture of him. I need to remember to do that. Every time I say I'm going to post a picture, I always forget. Ooh, what is this? This is new. This is a new description. A change has occurred in Rivenian. The Avari have returned after the sacking of Mordedhel over 2,000 years ago and will take up arms and fight in the name of Dorwinion. The Avaran War Council reorganized the Avari Home Guard into cohorts of skillful warriors to serve the Vintner Court. The Order of Shadows, the Avari secretive scouting force, has also stepped forth and pledged their support. Dorwinion's armies will be significantly improved. I gotta take a screenshot of that, actually, and post that to the Divide and Conquer Discord for fixing typos. Let me do that, guys. Alright, I need to make sure to cut those little parts out where I'm just typing things. But yeah, that is one thing a beta tester can do, is look out for stuff like that. Alright, so we need to send an emissary to Isengard, and we'll get a military unit. I will go for that, actually. I want units. Units are nice to have, especially when they are free. We got the artist studio in Bur-Alj, so next we should probably get the Hall of Song. That'll boost our law bonus here and give us a free upkeep slot, which we could probably then go for a barracks to get a unit there. Can we actually leave with Thranduil yet? I don't think we can. No, we can't. We're not ready. We need to maybe leave 2 units? I don't know. We'll hold for now. Actually, can he leave? He can leave now. Let's actually set up a watchtower over here and then come back. And then, yeah, so we have 2,400 gold. We're not building in Torfillan, so let's do that. I kind of want to make this place get more money, so let's do the market. That would give us, not too much more, but 50 more there plus that. Maybe communal farming, that'll give us about 80 more in farms, so I'm going to go for that. And then, yeah, so we're going to be boosting our income for the foreseeable future. We have a decent garrison in our capital. We'll keep it like that. Someone did mention that we should keep a large garrison there before we take the alliance, so I'm inclined to go with that. I don't want to just lose my capital to that Mordor army. Alright, and yeah, so next turn we can send Legolas out with the horse archers and maybe start skirmishing and harassing our enemies. Yeah, it was Popeye. Popeye said to delay the Elven Alliance, and he recommends having at least 10 units in our capital and an armory. I don't think we'll need an armory. I think I could comfortably do it with 10 units, especially if we get some elites there. If we can get our barracks, like our high tier barracks built up, which we're going to do right after we finish the guild house. We're going for meeting halls and then the barracks lines to get our better troops out. I think we'll be okay. And after that, we'll go for blacksmiths, and then at the very end, we'll go for economy. Now, the Easterlings want trade. No. We don't trade with their kind. We may or may not go to war with the Easterlings. We will see. We're definitely probably going to go to war with Mordor, and we're going to fight Isengard too, because we want Ents. It's a shame that you have to go all the way to Isengard to get them, but it is what it is. It kind of gives you like an incentive to go campaigning in that region. We're not going to take Luthanian. Alright, so Legolas, yeah, we're not going to take you. You're not good. Fornos is assaulted, as it happens to be sometimes. It do be like that. Alright, we have a little bit of a surplus in money. The question is, who do we build up? I want to actually expand our watchtower network. We could honestly go for Robert. It's definitely in the ability, but ooh, they actually have a lot of units here. Well, Legolas can now leave Arendolan. He can head down to Erenrunen, and we can actually get some Woodland Warrior mercenaries. That's not bad. We have 2,400 gold. We finish the Builder's Hall next turn, and we'll want the Hall of Music, which is 2,000, and we're making about 1,400. So maybe we expand at Emyn no Fuin. If we get trade here, actually wait, mines. Mines would make us a lot of money. So let's get the Builder's Hall. We already have that, huh? Can we get the second tier of that? Where is it? Oh no, it's 2,700. Maybe we buff up Arendolan for more troops. If we get a barracks here, we still have enough, and this place is a castle, so it gets, quicker training for our forces. And then Countenharn, you get to Torfillan. And yeah, we're doing okay. Hopefully Gundabad loses some of its units here, and hopefully Erebor can come weaken them for us. We may or may not go to war with Erebor. We're neutral with them right now. We could honestly attack them at some point and get money from them. I feel like there should be a little path up here with roads to go to Thranduil's halls, but I guess, campaign balance is what it is. Alright, are we close to Isengard? Alright, we're going to get there this turn, or next turn. Oh, no, this works. This turn works. If we get trade rights with them, we're going to get that unit, and let's get some income from them. They're bankrupt. They may or may not be able to do this. They're bankrupt, so they can't give us money. But we do get 1 unit of Woodland Spearman, which is very nice. And we actually still have free upkeep here. How much do we have? 2 from the city, 2 from the caverns, and 1 from the Hall of Song. So we're sitting at our 5 free upkeep slots. I'm inclined to keep it that way for the time being. And did we move our spy? I think we did. Yeah, we moved him up. Let's go ahead and end that turn. And then hopefully next turn we can take some units out of Bur-Elge and have Thranduil start expanding. Dale has a huge force in Dale now that they're not really going south, so they'll probably, hopefully, take that to Rune. And honestly, I think what we're doing is going to set up the game so that Rune just gets crushed by Dale and Rivenian. It will let Erebor go west and deal with Gundabad, along with Anduin and me. And I could see this being a victory for the forces of good. Although now that I say that, watch Angmar just completely crush the west. Watch Isengard burn all of Rohan and Harad kill all of Gondor. Now that I say that. Guys, and I'm back. It's probably only been like a second for you guys, but it's been a little bit for me. I just finished eating, so now I gotta remember where exactly was I? I guess this is the beginning of the turn, isn't it? Oh yeah, we had just looked in that Darwinian little thumbnail, little flavor text that happened. Thranduil's halls, we finished the Builder's halls, and we're making more money every turn, which is very good. This man is a thorough taxman, which is hitting our unrest, but it's giving us more money. So now we need to get the Hall of Music, and then after that, when we get the Hall of Culture, that should let us get the Guard Barracks, and then the Valiant Council Hall will let us get the Army Barracks. That trend also happens to be what it is for the Rangers, and then the Stables, but the Stables only need the Hall of Culture because there's only 2 tiers, and we only get the Arthuricon, which look like they are upgraded horse archers with better armor, slightly more defense skill, and better accuracy, I would assume. So they're at high also, so I guess it's the same. These are the Royal Scouts. Quite a big upgrade, but you only get 51 of them. Honestly, this is a unit that I think would be really, really cool, guys, if they had Elks. Like, if they rode on the Elks. I want to see those units from Reforged come to this mod, just to add more diversity and really unique units. But, I mean, I respect the modding team's decisions. Anyway, what's his name? Cownardon, whatever. If you guys can know how to pronounce this guy's name, please let me know so I don't butcher it in the next episodes. But I'll get the Hall of Music there. Per Alge finished its Hall of Song, but there's no way we have money to do anything here. Yeah, we can't really do nothing at all. We can build this watchtower though, and probably take these guys out. Can we take one more? Can we take these guys? Yeah, we can. Okay, so we can leave it with that. These guys will join with Thranduil. And then, yeah, we will push for Brown Boat, it looks like. And then Legolas is heading to Aaron Runen. It would be nice to attack Enethauer, but I don't know if we have the forces yet. Let's build that watchtower. We could get a second spy, I think. Let's see if we can. Yeah, let's get 2 spies. And then we could take these guys out, but we're only making 2,000 gold a turn. But if we want to take Enethauer, I think we're going to need them. So let's take... Ooh, they actually failed their attack up here. That's good for us. That actually would have delayed Gundabad and hurt them a little bit. Let's take these spearmen and these archers. And probably these wardens. It's 900 gold if we do all 3, though. Maybe just the 2 spearmen. Although I kind of want to try the javelins. Let's try this. I mean, it'll be 3 units. But in Legolas's army, they could easily push down. 900 gold is going to hurt us, though. Maybe we just take 1. We take Legolas, these horse archers, these woodland warriors, and then, yeah, some scouts will do. Let's do that. Let's send those scouts down, and then burn that turn. Ideally, we'd like to push down a little farther into Mirkwood. We want to basically cripple Dol Guldur. We don't want them to build up too much infrastructure. And my goodness, Dale has a serious army built there. They need to send those guys out to the east. We should have military access with them, so if they want, they could just go over our lands. But us taking Burrell is going to definitely change how Dale decides to play this campaign. Ooh, and the Dwarves of Erebor have a huge... That is a massive stack. Okay, maybe we don't fight them yet. That must be most of their forces, if not all of them. And they're going to probably take Witherboard next turn. I think Erebor will keep Gundabad busy. I don't think we need to worry about that for the time being. Although some of Gundabad's land is valuable, like especially Dane's Halls. If we take Dane's Halls, we are set for money. Oh, and it appears the game has crashed, guys. We will be right back. Alright guys, I have no idea why it crashed, but I just reloaded, hit end turn, and we're back now. Looks like Cownardon, I will figure out how to say his name one day, has a bride. We're not going to take that. I don't want adopted children having children in my family tree. I want real blood children like Kalenmariel, or Phelan, or Andraniel, or Count Wython. But not this other guy. He's nobody. He's a governor, which is one limitation of Medieval 2. I like the family tree, but I wish there was also like governor agents and stuff like that that weren't related with them. We did get our spy. We didn't get as much money as I thought we were projected to, though. Oh well. We need to probably increase our economy, but that's a very slow grind. New spy, he's got all these traits and retinues. He's got an ranger companion, disguises, and he's inconspicuous. The question is, what would make the most money? Would it be Torfillin? I guess we need to get the Hall of Culture in Torfillin to make him have free upkeep, and then these units would get free upkeep. We could go for Eminofuin, which makes decent money, I think. Or actually, Bur Owls, don't you make decent money? Your corruption is pretty bad, but if we got dirt paths, that trade isn't too terrible. What about a port? Oh no, that would be a very bad investment. Maybe, just maybe. How much would a market give us? Oh, we already have that, don't we? Yeah, so we could get land clearance. Looks like that would be the biggest boost in income here at Bur Alge. So we'll go for that. You guys join up with Thranduil, and I guess we're going to go for Brownboat next. It might be safer to go for Rawburg, but there's like not a single elf over there. We could go for Brownboat, but Rawburg, I mean, it's a village, but we'd have to leave a unit, wouldn't we? It could become a decent elven city. I think we go for Rawburg because it's still rebel. Let's let Dol Guldur build at Brownboat a little more. I think Legolas can easily take that out. Especially, I don't know if we're gonna be able to go for Enethar. Let's take a look. Looks like there's Enethar. It has a lot of orc fighters, and goblin stalkers are pretty decent actually. Oh my Owlade, that's 9 melee attack. That's pretty dang brutal. The Valesmen actually have some units here, but yeah, there's no way they're gonna beat them. But here's some of the new units. Vale Archers, kind of tying in with the Valesmen Spearmen to give them a decent early game archer unit. We got Store Sheriffs now, and Bjorning Spearmen. We've already had Store Sheriffs, but the Spearmen are new, and of course the classic Woodman Hunters. That's cool. We do get to at least visually see them on the map, see some of these new units. Bjorning Defenders with their 9 melee attack, 17 defense. They're equivalent to, I think, the Moot Keepers is pretty much what these guys' role are. And then, of course, the Valesmen, classic, very classic. Alright, do we have any missions right now? We don't, but we can talk to Dunland. And Rohan's actually going for Dunland right now. That's crazy. Wow, this new spy actually has a lot of subterfuge. Let's say get him to the south. Don't we bring a new unit? Yeah, we have these Woodland Scouts. You guys need to come join Legolas. And, yeah, I guess it'll be another end turn, but next turn we should maybe make it to Rawburg. If not, it'll be one more turn, and that'll be a nice, easy settlement to take for a little more money, and of course, a little more, you know, trade and elven growth. It might be cool to make it into a grand elven city, you know, if enough time passes. Especially, we need to get an alliance with Dorwinion, now that I realize it. We need to get trade and an alliance with them. So we should probably get a second diplomat and send them to the southeast. And of course, Dale is also heading to the southeast. But I wonder why Dol Guldur is so weak right now. They actually don't have, you know, that many forces all in all that are attacking us. It's really just been, you know, pitiful small armies. Nothing too major, which is, you know, good for me. I'm not really complaining about that. It's just more of a, you know, I'm used to my enemies having a lot more forces to fight in the early game, but I guess Dol Guldur doesn't really get that luxury, which I am totally okay with. Okay, that might have been like the longest end turn I've had. I was really scared about that. It was stuck on the Ardenheim for like a solid like 40 seconds. We're not going to get that in Bur Alge. There's no point. We have a decent amount of money to spend again. If we send emissaries to Dunland, we get another free unit. So let's go for that. I do like getting free units, so we can go to Dunyard. Let's get trade rights. Let's sell them map information for another. Let's try 1,200 gold this time. They are modest on income. I think we can get that. Yes, we can. Yes, we can. Do Dunland get new units yet? I don't think they do. No, it's all the same stuff, and Enlife is still the same also, but they will be changed in time. I think Dunland's capital is supposed to be changed to Byrig over here instead of Dunlaric and Dunyard, as it's been. We got one Spearman, that's pretty nice to get. We finished some communal farming at Torfillan, so we're making more money. Well, let's not get the market yet. Let's check Thranduil's halls. It finishes the Hall of Music next turn, so we could actually get an advanced barracks. So we may go for that. We might just hold on to our money. Well, let's send another unit down south. Let's send one of these spearmen, the elite ones. And then Legolas, I don't know if we can actually take Enethour this way, but maybe if they help. Maybe we send Legolas down for Brown Boat and send these scouts down. He can take Brown Boat. We'll let Anduin or someone else fight Enethour. And yeah, Thranduil will keep heading to Brown Boat. Looks like he'll make it there, or Robberg, next turn. Ooh. If Dol Guldur takes it, they'll kill the garrison, weaken themselves, and then we can swoop in. Ooh, that's juicy. I like that plan. Thankfully, it looks like they are still really weak, and Brown Boat's going to be an easy settlement to take. Just one unit of maulers. Of course, it's not a rich settlement, but every settlement you have does help. Let's get a second diplomat here that we can send to Dorwinion so we can get an alliance with them. It's too bad we can't train more Quendi, otherwise that would be really, really neat to form some kind of coalition with the Dark Elves of Dorwinion and be able to train them in our armies. That might be a cool idea, but it's also kind of Dorwinion's special thing to be the only faction with those units. But it could be neat, you know, maybe the Elven Union script with the Woodland Realm could be expanded to Dorwinion. Like, you don't get their land or anything, but you gain access to the Avari troops. But then what would you be able to get instead of your Arid Hirith, instead of your bodyguard? Like, what would be the downside? Or, like, what would be the bonus if you don't take them? Like, I mean, there's no way you're going to get Elven crossbows, although, now that I say that, that sounds pretty cool. Kind of like the Dark Elves in Warhammer, you can get some Dark Elves with crossbows. I wonder why they haven't done that with the Morroquendi. That would be such a cool thing, because Dorwinion really is that crossbow faction. Well, them and Eredluin more so, but it used to be kind of Dorwinion's kind of thing, is that, you know, they had crossbows, but I guess now crossbows are a lot more common. I do miss it when Erebor used to get crossbows. It was always like my favorite unit for them, the Erebor crossbows, because in their description it says they traded with the Dorwinion people to actually get those crossbows. Or was it Dorwinion that trades with the dwarves that get the crossbows? It's one or the other. I think the dwarves were getting their crossbows from Dorwinion, because Dorwinion was making a lot of them with their like Thorin regiments and stuff. It was like one of their trading goods. Ooh, one of the High Elven Kings is dead, either Elrond or Círdan. That is tragic. Oh, it was Imladris. Wow. The goblins took Imladris. That is... wow. Okay. Well, so much for Elrond. Maybe we need to come take that back for them. We did get the Hall of Music, so we can get the barracks somewhere in here? Wait. Oh, no, we still need the Hall of Culture. Okay, I thought this was the third turn. No, we need to get the Hall of Culture. Arendolan has a barracks, so that lets it train a couple more units. And Bur Alge has land clearance. We should keep speccing Bur Alge for income. Should we get the communal farming? That might not be a bad idea. It would boost us up to another 70 gold. Would pay itself off in like 20 turns, but also give us population for more taxes. Let's go for that, and then Arendolan. Let's get you to create land clearance, because the farms actually give you pretty good early money. Like, if your trade's not going to give you early money, get the farms, guys. They're worth it. Send these spearmen down. The scouts are going to keep marching down. And then Legolas has free reign to attack Brown Boat. And they don't get any defenders. So let's go ahead and... I haven't saved in a while. I've just been using these auto saves. But Legolas alone would be able to beat these guys with his arrows. We don't really need the horse archers, but we will need to get a unit down here to defend Brown Boat. I like how there was just that one Easterling diplomat just kind of hanging out there next to the village. I wonder if Brown Boat has any unique... well, it wouldn't have a unique model, but maybe it's like a town for the Northmen. Okay, it's just the basic, like, village. I've seen this one before. Well, we'll get a long line here. Or I guess we don't even need to do that. And then horse archers. Let's take a look at these guys. They got some pretty nice horses, although these textures on their cloaks could probably use some touching up. I'm not gonna lie. I think the guys themselves, like the elves, could use some touch-ups. They don't even have saddles. They just kind of ride the horses and let the horses do their thing. Of course, these horses are really showing the age of this game. Alright, Legolas. I need you to start killing. All we need to do is shoot them down. We don't even really need to get into melee. I mean, these orc maulers are dead. That is a definite given. Let's bring the horse archers over this way, maybe. Get them to flank. I think horse archers either shoot faster or they lose their ammo, or they have less ammo. Let's see, they have 30 arrows to 32, but if they're already like a third of the way through their armor. I think they just have a really fast rate of fire. Yeah, they shoot super fast compared to like ground units, which is one advantage the horse archers get, is they get that quick animation. These foot archers have to like draw their bows. It takes them a second. They aim and then they shoot. But in the time it takes them to shoot one volley, the horse archers get like 2 volleys off. They could probably give this animation to more units, this kind of quick fire. Oh wow, these orc maulers just got destroyed. My goodness, I wasn't even paying attention. They just got destroyed as we weren't even looking. Alright, well this might have been the easiest battle of all time. Yeah, this was actually the easiest battle of all time. We've killed their general, their captain with archers. I didn't even pay attention. We just slaughtered them all. That is the power of the Woodland Archers, and that is how you should play the Woodland Realm. You should get lots of bows, kind of like the Dunedain, like the Dunedain of Aranor. You should be getting lots of bowmen to fight your battles, because your troop replenishment is very slow, and your soldiers cost a lot. It also shows like our numbers are so weak, even though like we have such low numbers of units, but our arrows are just that good. You couldn't do that with a unit of goblins that quickly. And we probably have to exterminate it, which sucks because, you know, the population. But it must be orcs here. Yeah, we're going to exterminate it. Yeah, there's not a single elf here. We need public order. So we need to get the artist studio to get elves here. At least we didn't destroy anything, although we will destroy this. We have no need for that. Building ground helps us, dirt paths help us, and the slave pit helps. We just need to get some forces, like some population here, but that's going to take a very, very long time. Thranduil, actually, they didn't even attack us, so let's fight these guys with Thranduil. Let's check out the Avari Elves, and then we'll go for Rawburg. When we capture Rawburg, we'll end the episode there. I think that'll be a good, you know, a good amount of time. We'll take 3 settlements. And of course, we're working on our Hall of Culture, which means probably in the next couple of episodes, guys, we'll be able to start building up our high-tier barracks and get some more elite troops out. I at least want to get the middle-tier units, so I think we'll get the second-tier barracks and archer range next after the Hall of Culture there, and then we'll go for the last building. That way we kind of stagger our units. Here we go, Avari Spearman. You guys are probably very familiar with these guys from our Rivenian campaign. We're going to loose formation with the Scouts because they have light armor. And Thranduil will just do what Thranduil does. Oh, and they are way off in the distance. Okay. Where are they? Right over here. Alright, let's put this on ×6. Run our forces over here. Are they going to... They're going to come at us, actually. Let's go right here. Thranduil, let's have you start shooting at these Mirkwood hunters. You need to start taking those guys out. They're the only real threat, I guess, is the missile damage. Alright, Spearman, you head up. Archers shoot at the Mirkwood hunters too. These guys are just dying in droves, but they get so many of them. They get like 253. Ideally, it would be better to shoot at these higher tier orc units, but I'm not too worried. Let's shoot a volley of javelins at these goblins since they're close range. Let's see those elven javelins come in and then pull out. They're at 232. We killed like a solid 40 with that one volley. That is really good. Alright, Avari, let's do one more volley before they get into melee. I mean, they're not going to do much in melee, but still. This flanking shot into their... Oh, they're going to turn around. Pull out elves. I want you guys to throw all your javelins before you engage in melee. We're killing like 40 in a volley, which is really good considering these are, you know, they have shields at least. Let's do our last volley on them. Crush this one unit of infantry. They're at 154. Let's see how they go down. Oh, they are at 120, so they lost 34. Now we have like one more javelin to come. Alright, Thranduil, use swiftness. And make them infight and then run up there, Thranduil. Ah, yep, the Mirkwood goblins are routing. That is perfect. Capture them, boys. Thranduil's coming in for the charge. He's taking some javelins, but they're not armor-piercing javelins, so we're okay. Spearmen are going to try to flank. Oh yeah, this is good. The Avari Spearmen are just too well armored and they have too much skill. Alright, I want these guys to chase these goblins. Yeah, this just tells Dogoldur you probably should have some generals leaving your armies. We've yet to fight a Nazgul, actually. I forgot, they have Nazgul and we haven't actually fought one yet. Of course, when we do, that's going to be a much harder battle. Alright, Spearmen, please charge into those Orc Hunters. Let's make them rout next. Ooh, yep, stabbing them in the backs here. Thranduil will get deeper into that melee. We're taking a couple casualties, but that's okay. Once Thranduil's in here with his wide line of elite elves, I mean, these Orc Hunters are going to drop like flies hit with fly killing spray, I guess, would be the thing. Or a fly swatter, like a fly being hit by a fly swatter. Or, you know, even better, like a bee's nest and a flamethrower. They are just going to get... They're going to drop, is what they're going to do. Alright, well, we made them rout with just arrow fire and sheer elven supremacy. So let's just chase these guys down. Let's have our archers maybe try to capture these guys. Of course, we need to kill as many as possible. Alright, let's pull out. Let's let the archers just do their thing. You guys shoot at those goblins. Yep, we're good from here. How many are we at? 87? Not good enough. Not good enough yet. We'll just keep chasing a few more. Shoot those guys in the back. Pull up Thranduil. Shoot those Orc Hunters in the back soon, too. We're still in range. Oh, these archers are actually out of ammo. Alright, Thranduil, just shoot as many as you can. We want to get them to 90%, which I think we will. One more volley should do it. Yep, 90%. We are good. We only lost 12. That's how good those Avari Spearmen are. I am very glad that we recruited them. They are going to definitely carry us through Rivenian. But yeah, well, took out that army, get some money from killing them, and then we can take Rawburg. And that actually, I mean, sure, they're just villages, but still, every little bit of land helps. Although the only downside of these villages is that we need to keep one unit in them to keep the public order high. And one unit of us will probably cost more than a unit, like more than the village is going to get. But still, land is power, as they say. They didn't want to take our ransom, so we couldn't extort them. But that's okay. Let's go ahead and attack Rawburg. Captain Sutherland does have Privateer Axemen, but we shouldn't have any issue fighting him. Let's get on that battle map. Thranduil is such a beast. I'd be very, very sad if we ever lose him. I've never actually expanded this far into Rivenian as the Mirkwood before in any campaign I've ever played. I've always just gone south through Mirkwood and then to Mordor. But we're expanding aggressively, which I feel like we should, is kind of necessary for us. We don't want to let Dogoldur get this land, because a village to Dogoldur is very valuable. They can train their Mirkwood goblins and just spam us, and we don't want to fight their spam. I prefer my meat spamless. Alright, Woodland Scouts, get over here. Pretty easy battle formation. I mean, I know the strength of these guys. And let's just let them shoot. The Rivenian Hunters, the Cavalry, and the Privateer Axemen are the only threats. Hopefully they come out and attack us. They might just do that thing the AI likes to do where they just hide in their settlement. But that's okay. Oh, they might actually come out. This is good. This is very good. Oh no, I think they're just going to stay here. Maybe they shoot these Rivenian Spearmen. We just need to kind of quell their numbers, like more than anything. Oh, are they going to shoot at us? Hopefully not. These are just all Rivenian Spearmen, like 200 of them. Alright, you guys don't shoot, but maybe get into melee. Like, these Spearmen are not a threat at all. It's just the numbers that we have to deal with. We need to cut them down a bit. These poor men should not be fighting us. They should have just sacrificed their land, but today they decided that they wanted to, they chose the wrong side of the war, basically. Alright, well, they might actually rout from us just flanking them here, which would be very nice. I don't know if they can actually beat our scouts. But by flanking them with all of these spearmen, yeah, they're gonna rout. They're gonna rout very soon, hopefully. I should have these riders next. Alright, scouts, let's pull you guys up. I want to use you in melee. Let's flank these Rivenian spearmen. Oh yeah, they are dead. They are definitely dead. Yep, these poor bald spearmen. I always thought that was kind of funny that the Rivenian spearmen have a lot of bald guys. You don't see that in a lot of other like factions in this game. You don't really see bald humans. Alright, let's pull out a bit. Spearmen, hold the line. Hold the line. Here comes the cavalry. Alright, Thranduil, shoot those privateer axemen. You guys charge the Rivenian Riders. I think our spearmen can deal with them. Yeah, they should be able to. Let's get the Avari Spearman in too. Rivenian Riders are a very poor cavalry unit. Only 3 attack. They have a decent charge of 5 and 7 defense. So on the charge, they're pretty effective. I think they actually got buffed because of the charge stat changes. If you guys don't know, all the cavalry charges got changed and kind of standardized in version 5. So depending on what weapons they have, like what they use to charge with, what their armor is, what type of horse they have, that all affects their charge value. So some units, I think they used to have maybe like a 3 charge or something before, but I could be wrong. They might have had 5 or 6. Either way, they're good at charging. They're not great at actually fighting in combat, even though they do have shields and swords. They're a very poor early game cavalry unit. Though they have their uses, like against like archers and stuff, non-elven units, they have their uses. Alright, privateer axemen are coming up into melee. We want to use our javelins on them. We do not want to get into melee with those guys yet. Spearmen, let's pull you guys out. I don't want any friendly fire. All friendly fire is not friendly. Javelins, please start shooting. I need to kill these axemen. This is like the only threat we actually have. Although if we throw javelins in them, they won't be much of a threat. Oh, the Rivenian Riders did charge us, but they charged a spear wall, and they dropped so quickly. My goodness. Oh, those poor cav. Alright, I need all of you guys to shoot at those, please. Alright, here comes another volley, hopefully from the... Yep, here they come. I love the javelins, but man, they need to like update the javelin textures. Those things are so gross. I guess the suggestions thread opens up either tonight or tomorrow. I might make that suggestion as we shoot the absolute crap out of these axemen. Yeah, they are done. Especially with Thranduil fighting them and all of our javelins going into them. We're going to let them do their thing. I'm going to make that down. Update javelin textures. Because, man, they're literally just like basic black rods. Alright, I want to see how they brace for this charge. Activate swiftness. Looks like we took that charge okay. I don't think there's really any bracing bonus, but still. Better not to charge axemen, I guess. Though it's better to charge axemen in the back with more axemen. Ooh, jeez. I heard some brutal savagery just happen. Oh, we've killed their general. These privateer axemen should rout. We don't have AP, but we have higher base damage, so I wonder how that actually turns out for us. Of course, we have much better defense. Captain Sutherland. I actually had a teacher named Miss Sutherland back when I was in, it was either, I think it was high school. I think it was high school. I had a teacher, like an English teacher named Miss Sutherland. Hopefully no one's able to figure out which high school I was at and track me down. I can't imagine anything would come out of that. Alright, well, let's just shoot the rest of these Rivenian Spearmen now. Quell their numbers, and then send Thranduil into melee. We've pretty much won this battle. I mean, they can throw their javelins at us, but I'm not really worried. Thranduil's really good at shooting compared to these Rivenian hunters. And I'm okay with taking, like, casualties. I mean, it's just going to help us save money later if Thranduil's bodyguard takes damage. So we'll shoot all the arrows we can, kill those Rivenian hunters from range. Do they actually buff them? Do they get... No, they don't get AP yet. They do have 9 missile attack, which is really good, though. And yep, these Rivenian hunters are down. Just one left. He's dead. We'll shoot the rest into these Rivenian spearmen, who aren't long for this world at all. Our accuracy is just that good. We don't even need to get in melee range. Although we will. We will, of course, just to kind of wrap things up a little quicker. This reminds me of Mountain Blade. I don't know why. I like these smaller armies, I guess. I know, shoot at these guys. Oh, and go into melee. Here comes the axe charge. Yep, Thranduil, your bodyguard is just way too good. Have we actually read the description? They will fight to the death. Ere it heareth the Elven King's Guard. In front of the enchanted gates of the Elven King's halls lies the bridge over the forest river. This narrow causeway is the main and only land entrance to the mighty underground cavern city. As such, it is protected by the greatest warriors of the realm, elves who have spent their lifetime perfecting their skills with a bow and an axe, and selected only from the ranks of the Elven King's Guard battalions. Their number is only few, but they can turn a battle in their favor as quickly as the winds of the east change their course. These mighty Silvan Elves are dressed in garments of green and brown, but underneath they wear armor crafted by the smithies of Noldor themselves. They wear tall helmets and carry great yew bows and keen elven axes. They are reminiscent of the guards of Esgalduin, protectors of the gates of Menegroth, the underground palace of the Grey Elves of Doriath, and we can't read the rest. That was a lot to go through there, but you guys could always pause and read the rest of that. I believe this is definitely a depiction of Gondolin, the elven city from the first stage. It actually got destroyed in the first stage in the War of Wrath, which was like a 4-decade war that the host of Valinor fought against Morgoth, featuring dragons and balrogs and the mightiest of elves who have ever walked and graced the lands of Middle-earth. Of course, it resulted in all of the lands and the seas of Beleriand sinking, meaning that Middle-earth is only as it is today because of that war. We'll occupy it. Our public order is good, but yeah, only 200 gold. I mean, we could leave these Woodland Spearmen, and we're only making a profit of 159, which is very poor. We don't have any elven culture, but we will need to get this artist studio here. It might not have actually been worth it to take it. I know for a fact the second Thranduil leaves, yeah, oh my goodness, he's actually making us all the money here. It is what it is. I mean, more land helps. It helps Barracks get more money. It gives us more territory to see things with, even if it may cost us more. We got an ancient sword made by the Noldor. This sword has been lost during the conflicts which opposed the elves and the enemy. The sword has been waiting for a long time for a worthy master, and it seems it has found one. That's pretty cool, actually. Especially because Thranduil only starts with 2 ancillaries. I actually get to really, buff him up. He's got long knives, giving him command and troop morale. And then, of course, the ancient sword now. I do kind of like how he has less retinue than some. Some, like, generals get, like, 6 or 7, and they just can't get anything else. But yeah, he is quite the general. He is of the House of Orifor, of course. Gives him no effect. But yeah, I mean, he does have 8 hit points. I don't think Thranduil is dying anytime soon. But yeah, I guess that will do it for this episode. Is there anything we can actually spend our money on? I don't think there really is. I mean, we could train a unit, but I think our best bet would be to build up the artist studio in the Hall of Song here in Rawburg. That way we can convert it to all population and just leave a small garrison here. If we wanted to, we could probably take Wintiri and Eor over here, but again, it's the same issue. We're just kind of overexpanding and going into land that we don't have culture for, but at least, like, Dogoldur doesn't even have Bur Southis. I kind of want them to take that so they can build it up for us, but we'll see how it goes. Hope you guys are enjoying this campaign, and yeah, until next time.